months of rain in less than 2 days.
Continuing drought has led to a state of agricultural
800 homes are flooded across the country.
The vulnerability of certain regions in the globe to climate and weather variability is increasingly recognised. With the adoption of the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction in 2015, UN member states, including the UK, increased efforts to reduce disaster risk and the resulting losses in lives and livelihoods. As the UK's National Weather Service and part of UK Government, the Met Office is committed to supporting delivery of government policy in the UK and overseas. We have a strong track record of working in partnership to improve global weather and climate provision, translating science and forecasts into impact-based advice and solutions. Combining our weather forecasting and climate expertise brings significant benefits to Met Office partners.
The Met Office's aim is to be the global partner of choice for weather and climate. And there's very good reasons for that. Weather and climate are inherently international activities, but increasingly we're finding that the way in which we can maximise our value, our contribution to society and our economic benefit is only achieved through working closely with partners and users.
The government wants to engage internationally because, first and foremost, it's the right thing to do. We have science excellence and know-how. By using it throughout the globe, we are helping people. But also, we help ourselves. We maintain our excellence by working with others who are also excellent. By working collaboratively, I think we help achieve greater stability, prosperity and growth globally.
The Met Office has experience at all levels of international collaboration. We understand the vital role Met services play in delivering weather and climate related resilience. This brings socio-economic benefits and helps to protect the world's most vulnerable communities from the effects of severe weather.
It is incredibly important to work hand in hand with in-country services, recognising the demands placed on them to turn science into effective products and services. So we work very closely with the donor community and the National Meteorological and Hydrological Services to build capacity and support sustainable development.
Weather and climate are linked to many of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The SDGs provide the framework for the UK aid strategy, which aims to promote global prosperity, security, response to crises, and support for the world's poorest. The UK Government supports a number of programmes and initiatives designed to tackle the challenges posed by severe weather and changing climate. Extreme weather and climate events threaten economic development and social welfare across the globe. Working together to combat this threat is critical. Strong strategic partnerships form the heart of the Weather and Climate Science for Service Partnership Programme, supported by the UK Government's Newton Fund.
With the support of the Newton Fund, we've set up the Weather, Climate and Science for Service Partnerships Programme. And under that programme we have a number of projects, including projects in China, Brazil, South Africa and a number of Southeast Asia countries, including Malaysia and the Philippines. There is a strong complementarity between the purpose of the Met Office, which is to work at the forefront of weather and climate science for prosperity, protection and well-being, and the aims of the Newton Fund, which include to develop strong science and innovation partnerships to promote economic development and social welfare. And for this reason, we were delighted to become a Newton Fund delivery partner.
The Newton Fund is unique. It is the only fund that is dedicated to a country partnership with selected countries throughout the globe where we and those countries agree jointly both the funding and the content of the research. Through the Newton Fund and in all our international work, we need to use our very best. The Met Office is a beacon of excellence throughout the world.
Working with UK and in-country organisations, WCSSP is making real progress. The most established project, in China, is already helping to increase the capacity to translate science into on-the-ground services that address climate challenges.
The evidence we have now that the world is warming is very powerful. For example, we've got the 150-year record here at the Met Office of the global mean temperature, which shows that the world has already warmed by more than 1 degree above pre-industrial levels. We also know that much of this warming is due to human activities, so particularly emissions of carbon dioxide from fossil fuel burning. So the challenge now is to take this science out of the seminar room and take it into services that can be used by government, industry and society. So the Weather and Climate Science for Service Partnership is the Met Office's response to this challenge of converting science into services. So for example, in China, in the CSSP China project, we've been looking at the influence of El Niño on rainfall patterns in the Yangtze River Basin, which is fantastically important for food production in China.
The Met Office has been supporting the development of the international meteorological community and global weather and climate services for over 50 years. Our work often involves long-term engagement to support the development of our partners and to deliver, in partnership, groundbreaking science that helps decision makers across the globe.